So I think in pandemic, it was a boom time for a lot of brands. It was like some of the brands got a lot of leverage out of pandemic. And I remember a conference where Dr. Anurag Batra also said that it's a K-shaped recovery, right? Some industries and some categories will keep growing, right? Like look at health. It was never on radar for a lot of people.
Coming out of the pandemic, this is an important occasion for people to get together, for people to really enjoy it, for people to celebrate. And our brands are very much part of this entire milieu. We have several food and beverage brands, and all these will be part of the milieu as we celebrate and look forward to the festive season.
I think there's this belief in our industry that everything has changed and the consumer has changed, and post-pandemic the consumer will start behaving much differently. But I think the most important thing for us as marketers to keep in mind is that the fundamentals don't change, right?
The whole motto is like bringing people together, beer as well. Like it's more about like having the community drinking beers together and stuff. During the COVID time, it was a bit bad because like people were stuck to their homes and stuff. They were drinking on their own beers in their homes. But I think this year there is a huge opportunity for us. We've been sponsoring the entire FIFA event, FIFA World Cup, which is coming right now. We are the co-sponsors over there.
We got a time to reflect. We launched our biggest category, which is wearables. We launched our wearables category during pandemic, and we realized that it's going to be bigger than even audio for us. We've invested a significant amount of money acquiring a company out of Singapore which is only doing wearable tech.
I think it's definitely changed, from the last 2 years has been very, very different, and we had to rewrite the way we were looking at engaging with customers and candidates as well. This is the HR services industry we are talking about. As a marketer, we continuously thinking about how do you engage them very effectively, of course, in the virtual world. That was the agenda for the last 2 years. And slowly as things are moving out and becoming hybrid, I would say it's not even completely out. So we have to think multiple strategies from a marketing perspective.
Well, we have a number of brands, as you would know. We have Maggi, and we have Kit Kat, Munch, Nescafe, and several other brands. So all these brands will be deploying their own kind of, strategies, essentially talking to their own target consumers and talking to them in a very engaging way, bringing alive the mood of the festival.
This is possibly the first Diwali where we're kind of out of the pandemic, at least if you see the consumer behavior, right? I do expect people to actually go back to the way they celebrated 2.5 years back roughly on how Diwali was. So we do sense that there will be a little bit of investment and including looking at value in the market. So I think we will continue to make sure that we're available for the customer, and as a bank available for the customer, whether they want it from a lending side or from a spend side. We will have to continue to stick to marketing fundamentals of knowing your consumer deeply, understanding what they really value, and building products and services and sorts of campaigns which make sure they actually engage with the customer really well, right?
Coming out of pandemic, we've realized that now people want to go more offline, right?
That's right.
People are tired of online. So for us, offline has started becoming bigger, and the growth is becoming decently well from the offline channels.
From a strategy perspective, especially if you look at digital and AI, I think that's one of the areas that we have focused on because we've defined ourselves as being a digital-first airline. So the festive season, obviously, for travel and hospitality is one of the peak seasons throughout the year. Thankfully, in both of the last years, we actually saw an increase during the festive season as the pandemic waves actually didn't coincide with the festive season. So we were the first in 2020 to launch the Time to Travel campaign that we did.
So when I say clients, right, festival season, they want to kind of engage with candidates. They want to recruit candidates just for the festival season. It's more about the gig working. It's about how do you engage them more on the digital media? How do you really evaluate their, the requirement?
As far as our strategy for India goes, we are product first. And that's how our strategy is different from pretty much all the other alphabet majors in the country. Apart from that, we are also an experience firm. So there are a lot of exclusive experiences. They're not open for everybody. Very, very selected, pre-guest listed sort of space that we operate in for our experiences, which are also, you'll see, the Indian market will see a lot more of than we've ever seen before.
So giving the control in the hand of the customer. So that's the first one. Ensuring that If the customers are flexible for either the digital interaction or for physical interaction, we are enabling them for both. The other thing that really came into play for us was this entire factor of 3 Vs. The seller is not sitting in front of the customer. You had a play of video, you had a play of vernax, you had a play of voice.
I think obviously this festive season offers a lot of promise for us. We're looking forward to many more people traveling. The relationship that we built, or the way in which we define the purpose of travel, is to connect people to other individuals, other people, communities and cultures. And the festive season is a lovely time for that, obviously. So we're looking forward to welcoming guests back, to many people who haven't traveled for a while, to traveling back during the festive season. And as I said, to connecting people to places, cultures and communities.